Welcome to the Persuasion Academy. Imagine for a moment what it would be like to see the invisible patterns that shape every human interaction. To understand exactly why people do what they do, think what they think, and make the decisions they make. What if you could walk into any room, any situation, any challenge, and immediately grasp what's really happening beneath the surface? This isn't about manipulation. This isn't about control. And this definitely isn't about using persuasion tricks or techniques. This is about something far more profound. This is about developing an ability that less than 1% of people ever master, truly understanding human nature at its core. Here's what makes the Persuasion Academy unlike anything else in the world. We understand that mastery means something different to everyone. For some, it's knowing everything there is to know about persuasion. For others, it's finding that one crucial insight that transforms their success or life completely. Your definition of mastery is unique to you, and that's exactly how we've designed this. We've created a revolutionary learning ecosystem that combines cutting-edge AI technology with deep human understanding. Dreamweaver AI transforms your insights into powerful, persuasive content in minutes. AI-enhanced courses enhance your learning journey. Specialized imprinting sessions using modern hypnosis strategies help you embed these skills at the deepest level. Deep learning systems integrated throughout nearly every course. Now, you'll learn to see patterns others miss completely, understand motivations others never grasp, create change others think impossible, and lead in ways others can't comprehend. The best part? You choose your own path and depth. Want to dive deep into everything? You can. Interested in specific skills or topics? Focus there. Need AI tools for immediate results? They're ready. Looking for deep personal transformation? We've got you. Engage a little or a lot. How far you go is entirely up to you. Sometimes one profound insight is worth more than 1,000 techniques. Through our revolutionary approach, you'll experience learning in a whole new way. Our imprinting sessions take the timeless roots of persuasion, hypnosis strategies, and modernize them into powerful guided experiences that don't just teach concepts, they help you embody these skills at the deepest level. And that's not to mention the content itself, which is rich with strategic insights you won't find anywhere else. Nothing like this exists anywhere else in the world, because true persuasion isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the most powerful version of yourself. This is your invitation to join the elite few who understand human nature at this level. Welcome to the Persuasion Academy. Your journey begins here. You decide how far it takes you. Welcome to all of our viewers on Facebook. I'm especially excited to be on X today. And welcome to LinkedIn viewers. And boy, we're just YouTube. We're just all over the place. And I'm excited. I'm excited to come and talk with you today. And what you just saw, that is a sneak peek about what we're just about to unveil. It is going to blow your mind. It already is blowing mine. All right, with that said, let me bring my co-host on today, Ricky. Ricky Emerson. Ricky, how are you?
Awesome. Hope everybody out there is doing good. Hope you're doing good, Kenner.
Oh, doing wonderful. All right, let's jump in. First of all, if you would like to role play, you can do that. All you have to do is come live, and Jackson, I think you can show a URL to come live, and there we go. And so we invite you to come and have some fun with us. All right, with that said, I'm going to jump into what I'd like to talk about today, which is motivation and how to do it right. So, first of all, so many people in the high ticket space today, or in sales in general, are believing that you need to go to the negative. And I have lots of fun demonstrating over and over and over and over and over again that you do not, that is not where really great leverage comes from. And I want to bring up an additional area today, and that is, what about in our day-to-day life? Not just where we're trying to sell something, some high ticket selling thing perhaps, but what about when people come at us, well, let's say with a different political opinion or what have you, and they want to debate? Well, first of all, I highly recommend you don't debate. And let me tell you why. It's real easy. I can shut down someone that tries this to me in 2 seconds flat. They'll say, well, evidence? And I'll usually say to them, hey, maybe we have a misunderstanding. I'm not coming here to debate you. I'm here to have a discussion, a friendly discussion. And to that end, I'm not offering evidence. If you want your evidence, go find it. Well, but you're the one who suggests. Stop. I'm not debating you. I will not. I have no need to. I'm just talking. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my feelings with you, which you're welcome to do with me. What it does is it takes the antagonism out of the conversation. Ricky, have you ever tried that? Have you ever just refused to debate, but just have a conversation?
Yeah. Sometimes on sales calls, right? I mean, sometimes people, they get on there, they want to try to take control of the call, and had a guy like that yesterday, and just let him know, hey, this is not how it's going to go. We're two humans here. We're going to respect each other, and if not, we're going to part ways.
That's right. Couldn't say it better. In fact, that speaks to another issue that I love so much, which is, neediness kills selling. It kills the salesperson. What does it say? What is that song? Something killed the radio man. Anyway, it is destructive to your career. And how does it sound? Let me role play it for you. Hi, how are you today? I'm so glad you had a few minutes to get on the call with me. How can I help you? What questions do you have? Listen to that. That's neediness.
Yeah.
There's no authority there.
No.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Let's go further with this. I want to share something with you that I think may knock your socks off if you pay close attention. And that is, you cannot install something in someone else using logic if logic didn't install it in them first. So someone has an opinion. Let's say that logic installed it. It didn't, but let's say that it did. All right, for sake of argument. You using logic against that opinion will not change their answer, will not change their mind, will not make them invest, will not make them buy. What will? Ricky, you know the answer to that. What will?
Oh, framing, authority, leverage. I mean,
emotion.
Emotion. Yeah,
emotion. And so you say, how do we get that? Well, we offer 7 levels of being able to get the emotion. And hey, come to the Facebook group, right? We have a URL that's I think is showing on the screen. I'm not sure, but come to the Facebook group. There are 7 lessons for free that will talk at length about this. Let us share it with you. I mean, you'll love it. You'll start to understand how you can go from using negativity and trying to find the gap, which everybody and their brother does. Everybody and their brother in high ticket sales are doing exactly that. Do you want to be like everybody and their brother? I don't think so. So when your market grows up, so better you go even higher. When your market understands what you're doing, you better not do that same thing. If you do, they're going to go, I know what you're doing. You're trying to figure out how to sell me, trying to figure out what my pain is, and you're trying to find the gap.
Mhm.
Don't do it. Don't embarrass yourself. You're worth more than that. You're a high ticket professional. That's the top of the top of the top. You're a sales professional. Don't do that. You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rick.
Let me talk about the gap just a little bit. So, I mean,
Sure.
I use gap selling a lot. Some of the most popular frameworks out there, talk about going to the pain to build their future self to now. So a gap still is relevant, but it's just a different gap that we're talking
That's
about.
right.
So let's say, this pin here is where the person buys. There's no need to drive them all the way down here to try to get them back up. So the gap that once you understand the right levers, how to use those levers or levers, whatever, whatever's correct.
Whatever country you're
Yeah,
from.
it's what we want to do, we want to get this person way beyond their point of buying, right? Why? The person comes to a call, they're here. What brought you here? You find out a little bit of stuff. Oh, tell me, what's the problem? What's the impact of that problem? And blah, it's driving them back down just to get them back up here to buy. Why not create a gap above the point they buy? The
Yes.
further you get on that gap, the lower people's resistance become, the more open they become, and objections just kind of melt away. I mean, but whenever you take somebody down to all of that negativity, they're bringing with them a lot of baggage of failure, and they feel like they're not good enough, and all of these things. I mean, do you think that's putting somebody in a proper state to actually move forward? Now, look, I've made lots of money, millions of dollars in sales that I've done using that framework. But look, it's 2025 now. It's time to evolve beyond what we currently know. Because when I was using the old framework, I would actually have people say exactly what you just said there, Kendrick. Oh,
That's
you're
right.
trying to you're trying to find my pain so you can kind of dive into it, right? It didn't happen often, but I did have people do that, right? And what happened when that was said to me, Kendrick? What do you think happened? I lost the frame of that conversation, right?
That's right.
So I didn't mean to talk about that much about that, but the gap is still relevant. It's just a
Very
different
much.
gap from what you're typically have in your head now.
If that were the gap and that's where people buy, we don't need to go here. This is the
Exactly.
part that down. So now the gap is here, and
Hmm.
where they buy, we want them to go way beyond that.
Hmm.
It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. Neuroscience talks about it in terms of the inhibitory bias and the excitatory bias.
Yeah.
The inhibitory bias is when we elicit the negative, is when we get people into pain. And what that does is shut off their brain. It narrows their vision. It makes it so that they can't think and make good choices. It turns good clients into problem clients.
Hmm.
They want to buy so they can get out from under the pain, but they don't really want to associate with you anymore. You've been painted with the big broad brush that ends up changing everything to the negative.
Yeah.
The excitatory bias, on the other hand, is an opening of the vision. It is a beautiful, wonderful feeling where they feel like they have opportunity and possibility. Through our questioning strategies and the strategies that I've developed, you're going to move people through that and right into where you want them to go. It is so beautiful, so smooth. If you are a high ticket person, that is where you're going to want to be. And let me point something out here as well. When we elicit this higher gap, it is simultaneously installing. Simultaneously installing. Why? let's say I elicited from you right now a problem.
Mhm.
Let's say that I put you into a problem state.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, Ricky, because it's horrible.
Yeah.
But if I did, where does that put you for an ongoing conversation with me?
Yeah.
In the dumps,
In
in the negative, evaluating your problems and your worries. Did I guess we have an automatic thing. Somebody raises their hand and yeah. So when that happens, what have I installed? I've installed a block. I've installed that it's going to be hard to get here. Let's say I'm eliciting from you a time in your life when you've really done something spectacular that leads you, that is the basis of something that leads you to cooperation with me. I'm now installing the continuation of the conversation. I'm framing you in the conversation that is continuing, where you want to continue that. It feels good. This is what we talk about when we talk about installation or elicitation is installation. It's a way advanced strategy that you can begin to use now as you start to go through this whole process. Dream state selling is the bee's knees. I'm telling you right now, if you're not using it, you're using old-fashioned stuff. And that's okay. Makes me happy when you do, because that means all these people are finding out about the better ways. So we got to have someone to contrast with. Who was it? Rodney Dangerfield said, everybody serves as an example of some sort or another. I mean, after all, every train needs a caboose. All right. Do we have anybody that wants to role play? I don't see anybody. So, all right, Ricky, here's the point I really came to make today. And we've made a few really good ones, I think.
Sure.
But the point is, motivation is what makes us want to move forward. How do we do that? Emotion. What kind of emotion? Positive, uplifting emotion. When we get there, that expands that gap to the positive. Sure, we still use the gap. We're just using the positive side of it. We don't need the underside of it.
Yeah.
Want to say anything more about that?
Yeah. So in on the free training in the group, you talk about, eliciting values, like what's important about and all of that stuff. And that will immediately get you far better results than what you're probably using now once you learn how to do that properly. Now here's the thing though. There are, is it 3 or 4 more levers above that, Kendrick? I mean, it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, there's four including the values.
Okay, yeah. So there's
7 altogether.
Yeah, 7 altogether. But once you get the ones above that, holy cow! I mean, like, you really have to be careful, because you'll have almost everybody wanting to buy your program, right? And everybody's not a fit for the program, right? So you have to make sure that you're being ethical and all of that kind of stuff, which is something that I hope most high ticket salespeople have is ethics. But but you will have people wanting your stuff even when they can't afford your stuff.
Yes.
When you know the right levers to pull. So once you learn this, you have to be careful, because you do have, what I don't know what movie was that they said, that he who has the sword has power or whatever. Like I don't remember what that was, but no, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
There we go. Absolutely.
Right. So you got to make sure that once you learn how to leverage the proper things in the proper way, I mean, selling just becomes easy and fun. It's like, it's no stress anymore.
And here's the biggest things you experience. It takes less time to make the same sale. It is less difficult. You're not wrestling in the mud with your clients. You know for sure why they're buying, how they're buying, and how to step them through the process. It becomes easy. It becomes fun. It is a complete change in the way of doing things for people who want to be on the highest level.
Yep.
That's that. So I think with that, Ricky, let's call it to a close. But
Yeah.
listen, we do this every Wednesday at noon Eastern, and we would love to have you come live, and we will demonstrate with you and work with you and show you how it applies to what you're doing. So always invite you to come live with us, and it's always on Wednesdays at noon Eastern. And with that, we'll bid you a wonderful day and go and persuade even more to the positive. All right. Talk soon.
God bless.